Hello and welcome to Agri Art. In this episode, we'll be covering Evergreen plants in Roman Britain. The paper we'll be covering is by Lisa A. Lodwick. During the era of the Roman Empire, those of Rome would spread the crops they enjoyed across Britain, including various fruits, nuts, pulses, vegetables, flavorings, and ornamental evergreen shrubs and trees. Of the latter, boxwood, Norway spruce, and stone pine were considered to be among the most prominent of these introduced species. Outside of Britain, several scholars have likewise sought out to showcase the translocation of plants from Rome to the rest of the Mediterranean. This includes plane tree, citrus, and cherry. It is, however, the species known as Norway spruce, stone pine, and boxwood that I'll be covering in this video. Let's get started. You'll start with boxwood, or Buxa supervens. This is a non-conifer evergreen shrub, or small tree. It is native to southern Europe, northern Africa, and western Asia. In the modern UK, it is found in woods and scrub in various limestone escarpments in West Kent, Surrey, Berkshire, Berkhamshire, and West Lancashire. Various ancient authors, including Pliny the Younger, describe the use of boxwood in Roman villa gardens, particularly for topiary and painting. Unlike the following species that will come after this, the evidence for the use of boxwood in Roman Britain is almost entirely based on archaeobotanical evidence. Plant remains of boxwood have been recovered from 31 sites that date back to the Roman Britain era, 24 of which are waterlogged occurrences, and the remaining were found in the form of charred remains. Distribution of box by site type shows evidence for boxwood being commonly recovered from 14 major towns, followed by 5 burials and villas, 4 farmsteads, and 2 religious sites. That acquired from this series of digs seems to show that the presence of box leaves within settlements was only be found in the 2nd century onwards, and these samples indicate their use topiary within houses of wealth and power. The archaeological records of boxwood has demonstrated that there are chronological and spatial trends in the presence of boxwood. It started off being common mostly in towns before spreading out into the countryside, and their commonality within different parts of Britain increased over time, although as of right now it's still unknown whether or not boxwood is native to the UK or if it's an introduced species. What is known as became more popular with the passage of time, starting off life mostly in the wealthy locations within towns and cities. The next species we'll cover is the stone pine. This is an actual conifer species and is part of the Pinus genus. It is also known as Mediterranean stone or umbrella pine. Stone pine is well known and native to areas of the Mediterranean. A wealth of both material and cultural evidence from the Roman world shows that the symbolic significance of the pine cone through the use of discovery of hairpins and depictions on tombstones, as well as depictions in fountains and their use in religious rites. Artistic evidence also shows the inclusion of stone pine alongside other ornamental garden plants within garden frescoes. Pine nuts were also harvested as a foodstuff and was found in a number of recipes by the famous Roman chef Apicius. In 41 dig sites, stone pine cones and nutshells are present, particularly within Roman Britain, 23 of which are found waterlogged regions, 15 in charred forms, and 3 in unspecified forms. The majority of these remnants are found within major towns, in the remnants of temples, villas, tombs, and military camps. The archaeological record shows that the species first became popular in the Middle Roman period, although with far more early Roman records than boxwood. However, the evidence only showcases that the seeds have been eaten, and whether or not the trees themselves were cultivated in the UK under Roman occupation, or if the seeds were merely imported, remains unknown. The last tree we'll cover is Norway spruce. Right now, Norway spruce is commonly used as a Christmas tree within Britain today, and is the 3rd introduced evergreen plant to be recorded within Roman Britain. Norway spruce, or Picea abies, grew in the central and northeast European region during the Roman period, and as with Stone, pine, and boxwood. The use of Norway spruce in the Roman world ranged from providing timber for buildings to use in art and gardening. 64 samples of plant remains have been found at only 4 sites in Britain. One site is Rectory Field, on the northeastern outskirts of Roman god Manchester. The second space was an extensive farmstead and later villa settlement that showed heavy use of ornamental plants and evidence of an ornamental garden, and 2 sites not mentioned within this paper. Preliminary results include the identification of wood, leaves, twigs, and cones of Picea abies from waterlogged sediments in several ponds across these 4 sites. Based on the record obtained from these samples, Norway spruce was likely introduced in the Middle Roman period. And that about covers everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed it and think you can donate, you can do so at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description below. Thank you for watching.